In the aftermath of the fierce battle that had repelled the devils from this garden, a newfound tranquility settled upon the land. The fairies, having emerged victorious with the power of their unity and love, basked in the renewed harmony of their enchanted realm. The garden flourished, and the flowers bloomed with greater vibrancy than ever before. However, far beyond the garden's boundaries, in the desolate reaches of the Darky, a cunning and malevolent devil named Hat took notice of the fairies' vulnerability. Seeing their recent triumph as an opportunity for his nefarious schemes, he hatched a plan to once again plunge the garden into chaos. Darky, with his shadowy form and piercing gaze, possessed a unique ability to manipulate and corrupt the purest of energies. He revealed in chaos and thrived on discord, and he saw the fairies' garden as an ideal target for his sinister ambitions. And with a wicked grin curling upon his lips, he set forth to infiltrate their realm, hidden beneath a veil of darkness. Under the cover of the night, Darky slithered through the forest, leaving a trail of malevolence in his wake. His presence tainted the air, causing flowers to wither and gentle breezes to turn cold. Unbeknownst to the fairies, a subtle shift in the garden's energy had begun to take place. As days turned into weeks, the fairies noticed an inexplicable change in their once harmonious realm. Flowers wilted prematurely, their petals losing their luster. The sweet melodies that once filled the air turned melancholic, carrying a hint of sorrow. Unease settled upon the hearts of the fairies as they struggled to understand the source of this encroaching darkness. Queen Liza, her brow furrowed with concern, summoned her most trusted advisors. Ire, Bella, and Zephyr gathered around her, their eyes reflecting the shared worry etched upon their delicate faces. Together, they resolved to uncover the cause of this disturbance and restore their garden to its former splendor. Guided by their intuition, the fairies embarked on a quest to seek out the ancient wise spirits of the forest. These spirits, shrouded in wisdom and ancient magic, held the key to unraveling the mysteries that plagued their realm. With a determined spirit and a glimmer of hope, the fairies ventured into the depths of the enchanted woods. Amidst ancient oaks and whispering willows, the fairies discovered the hidden grove where the spirits resided. They were greeted by a wise old oak, its gnarled branches reaching toward the heavens. The tree's voice rumbled like distant thunder as it revealed the presence of Darky and his malevolent influence on the garden. Armed with this knowledge, the fairies returned to their realm, their hearts ablaze with determination. They knew that love and unity had brought them victory once before, and they would summon that same power to overcome the darkness that had infiltrated their beloved garden. Queen Liza called upon her subjects, rallying their spirits and rekindling the flame of hope. The fairies joined hands, their wings interlocking in a circle of unwavering unity. They channeled their love and infused it with the remnants of celestial power that still lingered within their realm. As their magic surged, the fairies released a radiant burst of energy that washed over the garden. Your flowers revived and bloomed with renewed vitality, and their colors are resplendent once more. Melodies of joy and harmony filled the air, dispelling the lingering melancholy that had tainted their songs. In the heart of the garden, Darky felt the tide turning against him. His sinister plans unravel with each wave of the fairies' love and determination. Consumed by rage, he lashed out, unleashing his dark powers in a desperate attempt to regain control. But the fairies stood strong, their wings aglow with an unyielding light. Together, they formed a barrier of love and purity that repelled Darky's malicious forces. The darkness within the garden receded, banished by the strength of their unity. Defeated and outmatched, Darky slithered back into the shadows, his wicked intentions thwarted by the power of love. The fairies rejoiced, their hearts brimming with gratitude for the harmony they had reclaimed. With the garden once again restored to its radiant glory, the fairies remained vigilant, knowing that darkness would forever seek to disrupt their tranquil existence. They understood that their unity and unwavering love would be their eternal shield against any future threats. And so, the fairies continued to dance among the flowers, their laughter and joy echoing through the garden. Their realm, infused with the power of love, remained a beacon of light in a world often overshadowed by darkness. With each passing day, they cherished the gift of around their enchanted garden, their home forever protected by the strength of their unity and the magic of their love. A fiery competition for the crown of leadership ignited among the fairies, casting shadows upon the unity they had cherished for so long. As whispers of ambition and power spread through the garden, tension simmered beneath the surface. Queen Liza, wise and just, noticed the shifting dynamics among her fairies. Concerned for the unity they had worked so hard to cultivate, she summoned her most trusted advisors, Ire, Bella, and Zephyr, to discuss the growing unrest. Together, they devised a plan to address the competition and restore harmony to their beloved land. They decided to organize a grand tournament, a series of trials that would test the fairies' skills, virtues, and ability to work together. The winner would not only claim the crown, but also serve as a symbol of unity and leadership, tasked with guiding their fellow fairies with wisdom and compassion. News of the tournament spread quickly, and fairies from all corners of the garden eagerly prepared themselves for the challenges ahead. The air buzzed with anticipation as the competitors showcased their unique talents, from Ire's ability to nurture life within the flora to Bella's mesmerizing melodies that brought peace to troubled hearts. As the trials commenced, the fairies found themselves confronted with tests that required both individual prowess and collaborative efforts. They were tasked with taming wild creatures, mending the garden's fragile balance, and resolving conflicts among the enchanted beings that inhabited their realm. Through each trial, the fairies discovered the strength in working together, recognizing that unity was the true source of their power. As the tournament progressed, friendships formed, bonds strengthened, and understanding deepened. The once fiery competition began to transform into a shared pursuit of unity and harmony. Fairies who had initially sought the crown for personal gain now recognized the importance of collective leadership and the wisdom of Queen Liza's guidance. In a climactic final challenge, the remaining competitors faced a treacherous maze that tested their ability to communicate and rely on one another. The fairies navigated the labyrinth, their wings brushing against each other in a synchronized dance of trust and cooperation. They overcame obstacles, offering to help hands and gentle encouragement along the way. In the end, a realization washed over the fairies, a profound understanding that the true power of leadership lay not in a solitary crown, but in the collective strength of unity. Queen Liza, with tears of pride in her eyes, witnessed the transformation within her subjects. In a grand ceremony, the fairies gathered, their hearts aligned with a shared purpose. With a radiant smile, Queen Liza declared that unity, compassion, and the nurturing of their beloved garden would forever be their true crown. The fairies embraced one another, their wings interlacing in a display of unity and acceptance. From that day onward, the garden thrived under the guidance of a council of fairies, led by Queen Liza's wisdom. Together, they tended to the land, fostered harmony, and celebrated the diversity of their strengths and abilities. The spirit of competition had been replaced by collaboration, and the fairies flourished in their united pursuit of a vibrant and harmonious realm. And so, the fairies' garden continued to thrive, not under the rule of a single monarch, but through the power of unity that stemmed from the collective heart of its inhabitants. The land became a testament to the transformative strength of working together, teaching future generations of fairies the enduring power of harmony and love. Suddenly, in the realm of the fairies, a cloud of jealousy began to take shape within Queen Liza's heart. The power and authority she had gained as the highest ruler of the land fueled a desire to assert her dominance over her fellow fairies. The unity that had once been their strength now seemed to threaten her sense of control. Driven by her jealous ambitions, Queen Liza devised a plan to teach the fairies a lesson that would remind them of her superior command and quell any notion of challenging her authority. She called upon her trusted advisors, Ire, Bella, and Zephyr, to assist her in executing her scheme. Together, they began to sow seeds of division among the fairies. They whispered words of doubt and suspicion, stoking the fires of competition and envy. The once harmonious realm grew divided, as fairies questioned one another's loyalty and abilities. The garden, once a sanctuary of unity, became a battleground for personal gain. As the fairies succumbed to the divisive influence, their relationships faltered. Friends became adversaries, and the once vibrant garden lost its luster. The melody of joy and laughter was replaced by bitter exchanges and whispered secrets. Unbeknownst to the fairies, Their suffering pained Queen Liza. Deep down, she knew she had strayed from the path of true leadership. The crown she had once cherished now felt heavy with regret and sorrow. Witnessing the toll her actions had taken, she yearned to rectify her mistakes and restore the unity that had once defined their realm. Summoning her inner strength and courage, Queen Liza called an assembly of all the fairies in the garden. With a heavy heart and tears glistening in her eyes, she confessed her jealous ambitions and the pain it had caused them all. She expressed remorse for her actions and vowed to mend the fractures she had created. Her sincerity pierced through the hearts of the fairies, reigniting the embers of their shared unity. They saw in their queen a vulnerability that mirrored their own, reminding them of the importance of forgiveness and compassion. Slowly, the fairies began to set aside their grievances, understanding that their true strength lay in their ability to unite. Guided by Queen Liza's newfound humility, the fairies embarked on a collective journey of healing. They sought to rebuild the bonds that had been strained, mending broken relationships and fostering an environment of trust and understanding. Every fairy took responsibility for its role in perpetuating the division, acknowledging that unity required individual growth and accountability. Through acts of kindness, forgiveness, and open communication, the fairies worked tirelessly to restore the garden to its former glory. They nurtured the once-neglected flowers, imbuing them with love and care. The melodies of joy gradually returned, harmonizing with the gentle rustle of leaves and the whispers of nature. As the garden flourished, so too did the spirits of the fairies. They realized that true leadership was not about asserting dominance or feeding personal ambitions. It was about inspiring others, fostering unity, and nurturing a sense of belonging. Queen Liza, having learned her lesson, became a beacon of humility and compassion, leading by example and encouraging the fairies to embrace their shared purpose. And so, the fairies, guided by their redeemed queen, transformed their realm once more. Unity became their strength, and love reigned supreme. Together, they created a land where jealousy had no place, where the power of unity was celebrated, and where the lessons learned from past mistakes illuminated their path toward a harmonious future. Once upon a time, an extraordinary community of fairies thrived in a mystical garden hidden away from the human world. Their delicate wings shimmered in hues of emerald, sapphire, and rose as they danced among vibrant flowers and sparkling streams. The garden was a place of enchantment and tranquility, where nature and magic coexisted harmoniously. Under the wise and benevolent rule of Queen Liza, the fairies lived in unity and peace. Each fairy possessed unique abilities, bestowed upon them by the ancient forces that governed their realm. Annie could make flowers bloom with a touch, Bella could create dazzling lights and soothing melodies, and Zephyr commanded the winds with a mere flick of her wrist. But unbeknownst to the fairies, dark forces were gathering at the fringes of their enchanted world. Deep within the recesses of the Forbidden Forest, a nefarious group of devils, known as the Shadow Legion, plotted their invasion. Led by their malevolent leader, Cuckoo, the devils craved the power and beauty of the fairies' garden. One fateful night, a shadow fell upon the moon, casting an eerie gloom over the garden. They were sensing the impending danger. The fairies gathered in the great grove, their hearts heavy with foreboding. Queen Liza addressed her subjects with a resolute voice, urging them to stand together and protect their beloved home from the encroaching darkness. As the first light of dawn touched the horizon, the devils emerged from the depths of the Forbidden Forest, their eyes ablaze with malice. With wicked grins, they advanced towards the garden, claws and fangs baring. Flames danced upon their fingertips, ready to consume all that lay in their path. The fairies, armed with determination and a profound love for their home, stood their ground. They summoned their magical powers, their wings glowing with ethereal energy. Iris extended her hand, and vines sprouted from the ground, entangling the devils and slowing their advance. Bella's voice rang out, resonating with ancient incantations, creating an impenetrable shield of light. But the devils were relentless, their demonic power testing the fairies' resolve. Cuckoo, with his fiery eyes and formidable strength, singled out Queen Liza, determined to extinguish the beacon of hope that guided the fairies. Their battle was fierce and tempestuous, each strike resonating with the clash of elemental forces. In their darkest hour, a figure emerged from the shadows, her presence radiating an aura of ancient power. It was Celestia, the fairy of celestial magic, awakened from her long slumber by the craze of the garden. With her arrival, a surge of energy rippled through the air, empowering the fairies with renewed strength. Celestia called forth the celestial orbs, orbs that held the essence of the cosmos itself. Oh, the orbs danced around the fairies, granting them unparalleled power. Zephyr weaved winds into razor-sharp blades, sending them whirling toward the devils. Bella's melodies transformed into piercing sonic waves, shattering the devil's armor. As the fairies fought back with their newfound strength, the devils realized they had underestimated the power of unity and love. They faltered under the onslaught, their ranks diminishing with each passing moment. Their leader, Cuckoo, recoiled in fury, his malevolence no match for the unyielding spirit of the fairies. Finally, the devils were suffered to retreat, their smoky forms dissipating into the darkness from whence they came. The garden was once again bathed in the warm glow of sunlight, the air filled with a victorious chorus of fairy wings. The fairies embraced one another, tears of relief and joy mingling with the scent of blossoms. In the aftermath of the battle, the fairies tended to their wounded and healed the scars left by the conflict. They rebuilt the garden, their magic interweaving with nature's resilience to restore its former glory. And in the heart of the great grove, a memorial was erected, honoring those who had bravely fought and sacrificed to protect their cherished haven. With the devils banished, the fairies emerged from the darkness stronger and more united than ever. They knew that the power of their love and their unwavering bond could triumph over any adversity. Queen Liza, her wings glowing with the light of victory, vowed to remain vigilant, protecting their magical garden from future threats. And so, the fairies continued to dance among the flowers, their laughter echoing through the air. Their garden became a symbol of hope, a sanctuary where magic flourished, and where the strength of unity and the power of love would forever prevail against the forces of darkness. As the fairies reveled in the newfound harmony of their blessed garden, the land itself began to subtly shift. The once nurturing soil turned treacherous, testing the patience and unity of the fairies in unforeseen ways. The vibrant blooms transformed into twisted thorns, and gentle streams turned into turbulent torrents. Perplexed and concerned, the fairies gathered in the heart of the garden, their wings tinged with a hint of worry. Queen Liza, her voice filled with determination, urged her subjects to remain steadfast in the face of this unexpected challenge. She reminded them of the power of their unity and the love that had prevailed against previous threats. Undeterred, the fairies set forth to unravel the mystery that gripped their once peaceful realm. They ventured deep into the enchanted woods, seeking guidance from the ancient spirits who guarded the secrets of the land. Guided by intuition and the lingering essence of love, they followed a winding path that led to the heart of the forest. In a hidden grove illuminated by gentle rays of sunlight, they discovered an ancient, wise spirit known as Gege. She was the guardian of the land's elemental balance, tasked with maintaining harmony between light and darkness. Gege, her voice like the rustling leaves, revealed that the land was testing the fairies' resolve and the strength of their unity. The fairies listened intently, their hearts heavy with understanding. Gege explained that the land sought to ensure their unwavering commitment to one another and the garden they held dear. It was a trial of patience, compassion, and the power of their collective love. Embracing the wisdom bestowed upon them, the fairies returned to the garden with renewed purpose. They embraced the thorns that sprouted from the once vibrant flowers, soothing their prickly nature with gentle whispers of love. They redirected the torrents of water, transforming them into cascades of soothing melodies. As they worked together, their bond grew stronger, and their understanding of the land deepened. The fairies discovered that each obstacle carried a lesson, an opportunity to learn and grow. Patience replaced frustration, and unity prevailed over discord. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The fairies nurtured the land with unwavering love, tending to the challenges that arose with compassion and understanding. Slowly, the soil began to transform once more, responding to the fairies' dedication and perseverance. The twisted thorns softened, giving way to delicate petals that radiated with vibrant colors. The turbulent streams calmed, flowing with serenity and grace. The garden, now more resilient than ever, flourished in the wake of the fairies' enduring love and unwavering unity. As word of their triumph spread throughout the enchanted realm, the fairies became a beacon of inspiration. Other magical beings sought their guidance, drawn to the wisdom and strength they had acquired through their trials. Together, they forged a bond that would forever protect their realm from any future threats. And so, in the garden blessed by the love and tested by the land itself, the fairies continued their dance of unity and harmony. Their journey had taught them the power of patience, compassion, and the unbreakable strength of their love. As they lived in blissful serenity, they knew that no challenge could ever overshadow the light that radiated from their united hearts. The fairies' harmonious existence, an unexpected turn of events unfolded within their enchanted realm.